32. So these three men stopped answering Job because he was righteous in his own eyes. But Elias son of Barkid the Buzius, the memory of Aram, became very angry with Job for justifying himself rather than God. He was also angry with the three friends because they had found no way to refute Job and yet had condemned him. Now Elias had waited before speaking to Job because they were older than he. But when he saw that the three men had nothing more to say, his anger was aroused. So Elsa son of Barker the beauty said, I am young in a year, and you are old. That is why I was fearful, not darling to tell you that I know I thought age should speak. Advanced years should teach wisdom, but it is spirit in a man, the breath of the Almighty, that gives the breath his understanding. It is not only the old who are wise, not only the aged who understand what is right. Therefore I say, listen to me. I too will tell you what I know. I waited while you speak. I listened to your reasoning. While you were researching for words, I gave you my full attention. But not one of you has proved the job wrong, and none of you has answered his arguments. Do not say, we have found wisdom, let God refute him, not a man. But Job had not marched his word against me, and I will not answer him with your arguments. They are dismayed and have no more to say. Words have fallen there, and must I wait, now that they are silent, now that they stand there with no reply? I too will have my say, I too will tell what I know, for I am full of words, and the spirit within me compels me. Inside I am like a bottle of wine, I am like new wineskins ready to burst. I must speak and find relief. I must open my lips and reply. I will show faithfully to no one, nor will I flatter any man, for if I were skilled in flattery, my Maker would soon take me away. 33. But now, Job, listen to my words. Pay attention to everything I say. I am about to open my mouth. My words are on the tip of my tongue. My words come from the upright heart. The Spirit of God has made me. The breath of the Almighty gives me life. Answer me then, if you can. Prepare yourself and comfort me. I am just like you before God. I too have been taken from clay. No fear of me should alarm you, nor should my hand be heavy upon you. But you have said in my hearing, I heard the very word. I am pure and without sin, I am clean and free without guilt. Yet God had found fault with me, he considered me his enemy. He fastened me my feet in shackles, he keeps a close watch on all my parents. But I tell you, in this you are not right, for God is greater than man. Why do you complain to him with the answer of none of man's words? For God does speak, now one way, now another. Though man may not perceive it, in the dream, in the vision of the night, when deep sleep falls on a man as they slumber in their beds, he may speak in their eyes and terrify them with warnings, to turn a man from wrongdoing and keep him from pride, to preserve his soul from the pit, his life from perishing by the sword of man may be cleansed in the bed of pain, with constant distress in his bones, so that his very being finds from repose, and his soul loathes the trusted meal. His flesh wastes away to nothing, and his bones once hidden not stick out. His soul draws near the pit, and his life to the messengers of death. Yet if there is an angel on his side as a mediator, one out of 1,000, to tell a man what is right for him, to do gracious to him and say, spare him from going down to the pit. I have found the ransom for him. Then his flesh is renewed like a child's, and is restored in the days of my youth. He prays to God and finds favor in him. He sees God's face and shouts joy. He is restored by God of his righteous state. Then he comes to man and says, I sinned and prepared that was right, but I did not get what I deserved. He redeemed my soul from going down to the pit. I will live to enjoy the light. God does all these things to a man, twice, even 3 times, to turn back his soul from the pit, that the light of the life may shine on him. Pay attention, Job, and listen to me. Be silent, and I will speak. If you have nothing to say, answer me. Speak up, for I want you to clean. But if not, then listen to me. Be silent, and I will teach you wisdom. 34. Then Elias said, Hear my words. The wise man bore the ear tasted words as the tongue tastes food. Let us disclaim ourselves what is righteousness, let us learn together what is good. Job says, I am innocent. But God denies me justice. Although I am right, I am considered a liar. Although I am guiltless, his arrows inflict an incredible wound. What a man is like Job, who drinks scorn like water. He keeps company with the evildoers. He associates with a wicked man, for he says, it proves a man nothing when he tries to please God. So listen to me, you man of understanding. Far be it for God to be evil, from the Almighty to do wrong. He repays a man for what he has done. He brings upon him what he considers deserves. It is unlikable to the God who would do wrong. The Almighty would preserve justice, who appoint him over the earth, who put him in charge of the whole world. If it were his intention, and he reserved his spirit and breath, all mankind would perish together, and man would return to the dust. If you have understanding, hear this, listen to what I say. Can he who hates justice govern? Will you condemn the just and mighty one? Is he not the one who says to king, you are worthless, and to nobles, you are wicked? This shows no particular or princes, and does not favor the rich over the poor. For they are all the work of his hand. They die in the instant, in the middle of the night. People are shaken, and they pass away. The Almighty are removed without human hand. His eyes are in the ways of God. Man, he sees their every step. There is no dark place, no deep shadow where evildoers can hide. God has no need to examine man further, that they should come before him for judgment. Without inquiry, he shatters the mighty and sets up other in their place. Because he takes note of this, he overthrows them in the night, and they are crushed. He punishes them for the wickedness, where everyone can see them, because they turned from the following him and had no regard for any of his ways. They caused the cry of a poor to come before him, so that he heard the cry of a needy. But if he remains silent, who can condemn him? If he hides his face, who can see him? Yet he is over man and a nation alike, to keep a godless man from ruling, from laying snares for the people. Suppose a man says to God, I am guilty but will offend no more. Teach me what I cannot see. If I had done wrong, I will do what you say. Should God reward to you on other terms? When you refuse to report, you may decide, not I. So tell me what you know. Man of understanding declares, wise man who hears me, say to me. Job speaks without knowledge, his words lack insight. Oh, that Job might be tested on utmost. For answering like a wicked man, to his sin he adds rebellion. Scorning his clap his hand among us, and multiplies his words against God.